And we are in line 3. Blow the trumpet at the time of the new moon, at the full moon on our solemn feast day. For this is a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob. This he established in Joseph for a testimony when he went throughout the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I did not understand. So now, let's go ahead and start elaborating on 3. Now, he started off in the first stanza about singing aloud to God. All right. Then now, bringing in the instruments, blow the trumpet at the time of the new moon, at the full moon on our solemn feast day, for this is a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob. And so we know that a statute is a law imposed by God, and it's meant to be kept. And so the statute was for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob. And so we know that law is teachings from God that instructs on his expectations from us and instructs us on how we should live. So that's his expectations and also his instructions on how we should live. And then so okay, that's good. And then so let's go ahead and go to Numbers 10:10 for reference scripture. 10:10. We're going to be in the four, not all of the Pentateuch, but we're going to, the only thing we're not touching is Genesis. But other than that, we're going to be in 4 out of the 5 of the Pentateuch. Okay, so we're in Numbers 10:10 that says, also in the day of your gladness, in your appointed feasts, and at the beginning of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, and they shall be a memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. And so this is, what Asaph, has been doing. Is apparently it's that appointed time for the trumpet to be blown. And so they blew it. And then so also it sends us to Numbers 10:9 that says, when you go to war in your land against the enemy who oppresses you, then you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, and you will be remembered before the Lord your God, and you will be saved from your enemies. So I'm not sure if they were doing this or not, whenever they had been crying out for God to deliver them. So, and maybe they did blow the horn and then maybe the trumpet, and maybe God didn't respond. Because of that disobedience, God is not going to bless any mess. He's not going to bless any mess. Now, it sends us to Leviticus 23:24. Leviticus 23:24 that says, then the Lord, well, I'll just read this. Speak to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, you shall have a Sabbath rest, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. And so that just corroborating that right there. And then so that sends us to Leviticus 25:9 that says, then you shall cause a trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month, on the day of atonement. You shall make the trumpet to sound throughout all your land. And so that just to corroborate that. And so that refers us to Leviticus 23:24. We read 24 already, and 27. So we're just going to read 27 that says, also the 10th day of this 7th month shall be the day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation to you. You shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire to the Lord. All right. And so going back to Psalm 81 and looking at line 5, it says, this he established in Joseph for a testimony when he went throughout the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I did not understand. And so remember, a testimony is to bear witness of something, not only by corroboration, but can also mean a warning. And so this he established in Joseph for a testimony when he went throughout the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I did not understand. And so that sends us to Psalm 114:1, that says, when Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob, from a people of strange language, or who spoke unintelligibly, Judah became his sanctuary and Israel his dominion. So let's go ahead and pause there, and we'll pick it up in line 6.